And what's going on, y'all? This your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and
Jamar 4.
we are here for a brand new, the first episode of the year of the Prelude with Scotty and Jamar. And of course, we have a special guest here. She's pretty much a friend of the show at this point. She'd have been up here 4 times already. And we are here. She's here. You know what show she's a part of. We recently just wrapped up season 3 of Belle Collective. The part 3 reunion was just last weekend. And now we got some questions, burning questions, a lot of the questions that you guys want to know, because she said that there is nothing off limits. We can ask her whatever the fuck we want to ask her. And it's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and bring the Queen of Jackson, Shade, Latrice Rogers.
Hi, Scotty. Hi, Jamar.
Hey, baby.
Is it Wednesday? Happy Wednesday.
Yes.
Well,
My days be getting mixed up, so
You ain't the only one.
I lose track too. How does it feel to be the most recurring guest?
Listen, Scotty, just be grateful that we're from the same hometown and you my guy.
Not be grateful, honey.
Grateful, honey.
Well, we are. We always love to have you here. It's always a good time. So just, catching up. It's been, a while since we got to chit chat with you. Like, what's going on? How you doing? How's life for Latrice these days?
Life is definitely lifing. I have a lot that I have going on. Of course, we're about to open up the new Goddess Lens, and what that consists of is we have the retail store at the bottom, which I'm turning to a full beauty supply store, and we have a drive-through window, for your convenience. Everybody loves a good old drive-through, but it's still gonna be luxury at the same time.
A luxury drive-through.
This is not McDonald's, but you can't have it your way. It's a core building. So up top, we're gonna do salon suites, and I literally already have all of those literally booked out. I'm trying to get away from the whole concept of full service beauty salon because it was such a headache, and everybody nowadays want to be their own boss. So why not just rent out salon suites? On top of me and my husband, we're doing a restaurant, a cigar lounge. So it's a lot. And I just started taking bookings just for Latrice Rogers. And I think I put the post up maybe 2 days ago, and we already got over 5-6 bookings. So I'm excited about that. Speaking engagements, honey. Here.
Okay, look, because they tried to say that you can't do no speaking engagement.
Yeah, they said you was. They said you was shame those of us that work 9 to 5s. And I just came from my 9 to 5 to do this interview, honey.
Look, we trying to make it like she making it.
Right.
So we've interviewed you for 2 straight seasons. So what was your headspace going into season 3? And how was the different from season 2 and season 3?
My headspace actually going into any season, I always go into it with just positivity. I'm naturally a positive person. You always go in thinking that it's going to be less drama than the season before because you think you handled everything the prior season. And then when you get into the season and you actually watch the episodes, you didn't know that you was put into this category or this storyline. So you're having to fight and defend the lies. And it was just a lot. This season right here was the most, I think more so because it involved my husband a lot. And I don't play when it comes to my husband. But this was a lot more intense for me this season.
It's intense in what ways? Let's talk about that.
It was just intense in every way because you have everybody, honestly, I didn't know that so many people were attacking my marriage and trying to push this narrative on my marriage, on me especially, I didn't know until I actually watched the show, and I said back, and I was like, wait a minute now, this is literally, you think I'm kidding, but I did not know that this was the narrative that they were going for, that they were trying to push until it actually aired. So imagine I'm pissed. I'm hold up, girl, because I know y'all tea. So what's really going on?
Because, baby, they didn't get to spill it like I wanted y'all to spill it on that stage. But you know what? It's fine because we have her here now. Amen.
Right.
Now you had talked a little bit about this already in your opening. I was going to ask, like, what was the new updates with Goddess Liz? But you said you're already expanding into new different industries. You're opening with your drive-through. Now I want to try. I just want to see, because that was one thing about the very first season when I saw you, because we've seen a lot of people be sell hair in different ways, but I had never seen them do it in a machine. So that was what kind of sets you apart. But the first season when I first started learning about you, so coming with new innovative ways to sell the same product that a lot of other people like to sell, I think helps you stand out. So continue doing what you're doing. I think you're on the right track.
Thank you. Oh, and my edge control is in stores nationwide, so make sure you guys pick that up, tag me, do all that good stuff. Thank you.
Oh,
I know that's right, nationwide.
okay. And it's on your side. Okay. So you recently revealed at the end of the season that you are going into the restaurant business. So can you talk more about that and what made you want to get into that arena?
I just think exploring different avenues because I do the beauty industry. I do real estate. I do the Airbnb. It's so much more to me than just hair, but I guess that's what I'm known for. So that's what we literally just sit here and focus on. But I got so many different levels to me in restaurant, even though, I don't cook that much, but I feel like
she don't either.
Shut up, Scotty. With the restaurant industry, because I'm such a foodie and we travel so much and visit so many different restaurants, and it's just something exciting, and I like to tackle anything that's new and different, just to figure it out. Like with the cigar lounge, same thing. I don't know a thing about cigars. I don't smoke cigars. My husband barely smokes cigars, but yet we're investing. Well, we actually bought the building and we're building a cigar lounge. So it's new and exciting. And then we have this platform, and then my platform itself is already massive, and I have a huge support system behind me. So, of course, I know it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna definitely keep you guys posted because I want you to come to the grand opening of everything, and it'll be literally this year.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's gonna be the one time he fly his ass here.
Come on, we're gonna have a good time.
Because he been trying to drag me out there. So let me go ahead and go. I need to meet his mom. I need to meet all his folks. So I'm gonna go.
Before I leave here. You gotta do that before I leave here. Like
visit the farm. We have a great time.
Not visit the farm.
we call Mississippi the farm, baby. And it's far from the farm, but it's just kind of like a cute little kiki,
Speaking of my mama, there's my mama right there. She's saying hey to Latrice. There goes my Okay. So speaking of mothers, on the show you retired your mom. Yeah. So how does that feel to retire your mama? Because I know that both, if I can speak for Jamar as well, we both want to retire our mamas at some point. Hopefully we can retire our moms.
But at that moment, it was just one of those things, like as a little girl, when you grow up and you see your mom struggling, single mother, and you always dream like, okay, one day, I'm gonna be rich and I'm gonna take care of my mom. And it was kind of like that dream came true. And just her retirement day, like it was so emotional, and I was so happy. My entire family was there; they were excited about it. So it was just one of those things, one of those odd moments. And of course, she stayed retired for about 3 to 6 months and went right back to work. I said, girl, I could have saved my money for this retirement party, honey. Run me my coins back. I had her a trip to Vegas for 2. Which she's still going on it, but she just had surgery, so we're gonna save it for the summer. But overall, yeah. Whenever she does retire, actually, I'll be excited about it because the thing is, she's actually set. Like I said, I'm an investor. I love real estate, so she owns the house next door to her. She owns her house. She has 3 homes that she owns. like you can rent that. Like, girl, you got your retirement there. You still want to work. Girl.
Some people, that's just all they know how to do, and it feels like it gives them purpose. Because I have an aunt that came out of retirement earlier on, and she's just like, I'm just bored.
Yes,
So I'm
that's
like,
what she said. She was like, I'm bored and y'all don't come see me. Girl, I'm working. I can't come see you every
but I get it. I get it.
Okay, I think you kind of answered this question already, but the question was, so the question was, what other opportunities do you have going on besides the restaurant and Goddess Link? I think you kind of answered that already by talking about the edge control and stuff like that. Is there anything else that you may want to get into besides the restaurant and the edge control? Are there other ideas you have in your head?
Scotty, listen, I have a lot on my plate right now. I can't even think of what else what I want to do right now. Right now, I just want to get this open, get it done, and then maybe I can think about something else. But right now, no, those are my main focus. I can't even think of what day it is right now.
I mean, those are good problems to have. If you got so
Great
much
problems
that you just can't even think of the next thing because you got so many things happening in the now.
Yes.
That's a blessing. So now let's get to the happenings of the show.
Yeah, let's get to the mess, honey.
I was trying to butter me up, Scotty.
Yes.
You know, you gotta set the mood and then get to the bullshit.
We don't want to just jump into the mess. Like we gotta warm you up to the mess.
So we saw you get closer to Tambra this season, and we see you guys, hang out outside the show. So how did that come about?
Actually, me and Tambra, like, I knew her first, right? Let's face it. Like in Mississippi, Tambra Cherie. She's just a Mississippi household name. So the circle that I'm in, we always kind of like dibble dabbled in the same circle, right? So we would still go places together. We would be at the same spot, and we would, mingle or hang out or whatever you want to say. And I think with the show, for whatever reason, season 1, season 2, because I think season 1, Antoinette was, kind of my girl, and me and Tamara really didn't hang as much as we would normally do. But we kind of always was like right there together with each other. You know how life happens or whatever, and it just, just happened to happen that way. And I think I lost my train of thought. Let me go back to what we was talking about. So my girl Tambra, yes. Tambra, she's a sweet soul at the end of the day. And we never really stopped hanging with each other. But like I said, life was lifing and things happened, and we just wasn't as close as we once were. So it wasn't nothing too deep, like nothing bad happened. Bye, Aisha. But, it was just life.
Okay, I understand.
I really forgot the question, but
it was just how you and Tambra got, close.
Yeah, how y'all got close, because when the show first started, we didn't really see y'all be like close like that. Like we saw you be close to like Antoinette and then Leticia. Them was your two that you were the closest to on the show. But we didn't really see you. You interact with Tamara, but it was like they portrayed it like y'all really weren't cool like that.
Right, and that's what I was about to say again. Even if me and Tamara was the best of friends, if they want to portray it like me and Tamara just cordial, then that's what you guys are going to see. We've always ran in the same circle, running to each other every single where. I got pictures of Tamara way back in the day. Us hanging out, just doing whatever, having fun. So, it's still good today. That's my girl.
Okay, we love Tambra. We love Tambra. Congrats to her and the baby.
Yeah.
So this season, we saw you and So Gucci fall out over this real estate business deal. And at the reunion, you mentioned how you feel like this wasn't even really an issue until the camera started rolling. Like it was just a, girl, whatever. Mm-hmm. So what would you say is your version of the story? Like why do you feel like she made it bigger than what it was?
Honestly, I felt like, okay, keep in mind, like, she came onto the show season 2. And for me, they really didn't play a lot of her and JJ because it, to be honest, it partially was a line there, may or may. I don't know what they were doing on their end, but I just know that they didn't get as much film time as everyone else. So season 3, you got to bring some smoke. Because let's face it, the whole realtor issue, it wasn't even an issue. At least I didn't know it was an issue at all. And it's I'm gonna say it's my side of the story, her side of the story, and somewhere in between. But even at the reunion, like I sat there and I was like, hey, I want you to tell me if I'm lying on you. And I laid out the details, and she couldn't say that I was lying on her because I don't have a reason to lie about real estate issues. Like, girl, I don't have issues, especially when it comes to business and me dealing with business. I'm gonna get my business done, and that's just what it is, you know. So I'm so tired of telling this real estate story. Like, for me, this how it went. It's not even for me. So, you know, of course, me and Gucci were on the show together, right? And I'm looking for a new building for Goddess Land. So me and my husband, we rode around. We eventually found a building. So I'm like, okay, you know, Gucci, my girl. So we're on the show together. So I'm gonna let her close this deal. So literally, the only thing that she had to do was write up the contract because keep in mind, we found the building, we was gonna pay cash for it, and that was gonna be that. Just write up the contract, get the commission, boom, there you go. So we couldn't agree on a price for that building. So we ended up not getting the building. I mean, cool, no worries. You know, shit happens. So in the meantime, you know, if she found the building for me, then of course I would get the building from her. She sent me a listing, I think like one time, and it was like in February, right? So she never did follow up afterwards. Like it was March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Like haven't said a thing about any single building. We not talking about buildings. Like keep in mind, we don't really talk on the phone every day. But you know, if you want to do business, you're gonna call and you're gonna check in and you're gonna, you know, make sure your business handled. And that wasn't what it was. Now, true enough, I closed on the building. I think it was like October, November. I don't know. I have to go back and look. And it still wasn't an issue because she liked the picture and it was like cool because you know for a fact you did nothing like from February up until the end of the year. So, you know, to me it wasn't a big issue. And then when we get on the show, I still didn't know she had an issue. When I first learned she had an issue was when we was at the baby shower and we were outside and she was like, yeah, you stabbed me in the back. Girl, what are you talking about? I stabbed you in the back. About this, literally did not know she had an issue at all about this real estate thing. So it was just crazy to me, and I just feel like it was played up for a storyline.
I feel like it had to, only because I could see, because that's how I figured that must have been happening. Like if I needed something within a certain time frame, I went to you first to try to, you know, help you out for the sake of, and then when you weren't able to deliver in a timely fashion, you moved to someone else. Like as the client or the customer, you have the ability to do that because you're the one that's trying to get what you need and your satisfaction. It's their job to keep your client, you know, their clientele. So if she wasn't delivering, if it was that long, especially months.
Right.
Yeah. And then even if I had signed the contract for her, let's say I signed the contract in February. I mean, I'm not a realtor, so I don't know, but I think it's a timeline on when you're supposed to get your clients. Maybe it's 6-8 months, I don't know, before the contract is void, right? So even if I had signed the contract, I think the contract would have been void by the time I bought the bill. So, you know, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, girl, you my girl. Like, and another thing, you know, I feel like she owed me like a sense of loyalty because, you know, I did bring you on to the show. And that was something that I didn't expect. I was like, damn, you know, I'm getting all this. Like, girl, come on now, bro. You nobody was really checking. Like, come on, like nobody was checking for you guys. And that's just what it is.
My Lord today. Ooh. Well, so Gucci brought up a point during the reunion where she was like, you know, because you know, shout out to Selena who was in the chat. She says that, you know, you and Selena have been good friends for so long. You've been a part of the show since season 1. Why was it until season 3 that she was finally showing up to an event? Is like the production sort of put you up to it? Was it like an intentional thing for Gucci for the show? Like, what was the behind the scenes with that?
Okay, so let's be clear. Like one season, that's when COVID was happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with production, like anybody that anytime we film, we literally have to do COVID tests like for every single body that's gonna be in there. So they narrowed it down, which is why at a lot of teacher brunches you only saw us there, or a lot of different scenes. It was just us there because we couldn't allow anybody else to come in, any outside person. And on top of that, I barely have events on the show. I can only invite Selena to events that I do. And then it's certain events that I do that I can invite her to. And those were one of those events. Now I did actually I want to say, I'm not sure what season it was, but I had an event and I invited Selena there. Gucci may have been on the show, may have not been on the show, I'm not sure. But literally have it in my phone because I went down. I was like, I didn't invite Selena to some. Like, literally had sent her an invitation, but I think she had a prior engagement. Because keep in mind, like when we do events for the show, sometimes they give us a 24-hour notice. So all the people that we would normally invite, they might have prior engagements. So Selena couldn't come to that event, but literally invited her to an event that she couldn't make it. So you can't say, oh, Treese never invite. Oh, it was season 1. Okay.
Boom, there you go.
Girl, you gotta check me. Okay, so yeah, she couldn't make it, which was cool. I'm not sweating it. And you can't sit here and say that I don't invite her to things because, for one, I invite her to everything. I mean, you guys were literally at my birthday party together. You spoke, Selena spoke, we all standing there dancing together. Like, it was a good time. So,
I mean, good to know. I figured that had to have been what it was, but it's like, as the audience, it's kind of like, we haven't seen, so it could be, spun a certain way. So I'm glad we were able to.
And on top of that, because people love to try to make it seem like I'm the Latrice police and stuff like that. But even I was saying that I knew that Latrice and Selena were friends. Because I remember Reggie bringing up to me one time, shout out to him. Reggie brought up to me once before that I've been around Selena before, and I didn't even remember being around her. So he was like, "You was around her before," like, because his roommate at the time was doing her hair or something like that. And he said, "You've been around her before. You may have been around her once or twice." I said, "For real? I didn't even remember that." So if I've been around her before, just didn't remember it, then I know for a fact that they friends. It ain't too far fetched.
Me and Selena, again, have pictures going back to before time. Even like all my back to school drive charity events, like Selena, the girls are there, real supportive, helping out. We passing out book bags, backpacks. It's just, we're cool. We're friends. So, I mean, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah, because I'm glad that he asked that question, because the way that it was being portrayed at the reunion was that you only brought her there because she was on the show. Because so Gucci was on the show, so you brought Selena there just to create contention. And that's why we had to ask, like, did you invite her there just for the contention, or did producers want her? Like, everybody trying to figure out, how did Selena get to be a part of the show? And her name been brought up so many times this season. And it's like,
the reason why Selena's been brought to the show is because they kept speaking her name. Like, keep in mind, like, JJ and Gucci swear, oh, Latrice and Cliff was brought up Selena, blah, 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 blah. Which, not gonna lie, I did bring up Selena to production. This is when I was trying to get Gucci and them on the show. You know how you have to spice up some stuff. I was like, JJ, JJ and Gucci, they'll be good for the show or whatever. My husband used to talk to Selena way back in the day or whatever. This was actually when her and JJ was broken up, but still probably 30 years ago. I don't know, child. Listen, I don't know. It was a long time ago. But needless to say, I did bring that part up. But after that, like, how when production call you the beginning of the year, trying to figure out like what you got going on in your life, who's new on the show, your interaction with them, this, that, and the third. So that's when I mentioned it, not on the show, but I just mentioned it to producers. Now, JJ and Gucci brought it up when they were trying to attack her parenting second season. I think they said something, I don't know, to the nature of
she wasn't there. basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was something to the nature of she wasn't there for the kids, blah blah blah. So I've known Selena to always be there for her girls, like literally from the beginning of time. She's been there. I know Selena got sick once upon a time, and of course JJ had to be more, involved. But I mean, hell, she's sick, so you can't help but to be that way. But I've literally known her to be like the best mother. Like those girls love hard. They love their mom hard. So JJ and Gucci brought it up that time. Another time I think he brought it up was when they were fishing. He brought it up again. So you keep bringing this lady up. The people want to see who is Selena. So y'all brought her up. Here she is. Now handle it. You don't know how to handle it now. So
Lord have mercy.
All right.
Another thing that I've seen a lot of people say, well, why she didn't pitch Selena for the show? And at that time, which I did call Selena, mention it to her because that's my girl, that's my baby. Selena and her fiance at the time wasn't as, I'm not gonna say open, but they were still private. You know how you private with your relationship. Mm-hmm. Like it took a lot for my husband to come on the show. So it was one of those things where, they have this private relationship and anything that's private is better. Let's be honest. Yeah. So keep in mind, I literally came to Selena first, but being that, they weren't willing at the time, and we wanted somebody else for the show, I thought of JJ and the girls. Mm-hmm. At this point, because like I said, love the girls to death. And I know that they were on Bring It. So to me, it was kind of like, I jumped into business mode. People already know Sanjay Star, Sky, they know JJ. So they would be a good fit. And that's how they came about.
Mm. Okay, that makes sense.
We got a good history lesson here.
We always wanted to know because and then me watching the show, I definitely felt as though like they were, she was brought up the second season. She was. Yeah, sure. And then she came up the third season or whatnot. So, it was only gonna happen. That's just like if you kept bringing my name. If y'all was talking about me all last season or something like that, of course I'm gonna pop up the next season. Mm-hmm. People gonna want to know who the hell Scotty is. You know what I'm saying?
Look, they already knew, but honey, they really found out who Selena was. Look, not in a violent way, because my girl is non-violent.
Well, she showed her MF and extra. So so the next thing up is, so how did you feel when Gucci and Selena fought at the event? And how did you feel when the finger was pointed at you? Because they blame you for the whole shebang.
No, I was pissed because here I am, like I put so much into this event, like so much money, getting the girls together, getting their hair done. Like this was a stressful event. Any event you put together is stressful, right? So, and then this is on TV, so I'm like, oh yes, I'm about to go in here, I'm about to kill it. Like, they're gonna be like, baby, this thing right here was the thing. So literally not even 10 minutes, like I'm talking about I had my logo on the drinks, the cookies, like it was so nice. So imagine how I felt when they only got to see like 10 minutes of it. I was of course pissed. Like I was really mad, but I understand things happen and you can't control everything. So what you gonna do?
I mean, it did look nice, but I wonder because they made it seem like it was short. But I was like, oh, it really was short.
Yeah, it was short. It was 10 minutes, maybe 15, baby. It was over with. I was like, oh my God.
I'm still like when I watch that scene, I be tickled because of the people that I seen in that scene that I know. Like of course, Mandy was in there. Then I see Millicent in there. Yeah. Then I see your friend Kyla in there because I met her before.
Listen, y'all. The thing is, it was so funny when I watched it back because I overly critique myself, and I just feel like because for one, I knew they were gonna blame me because that's the storyline they had been going with the entire season, and we don't know like how the audience is gonna perceive anything. You know, so I'm still thinking like, oh my God, they trying to paint me, paint me in this light like I knew for a fact that they were gonna say that. But the crazy thing is, like I said, I'm overly dramatic about anything I do because I put my all into whatever I do. So I'm standing outside and you can see me crying, and Mandy out there with me like, bitch, you better not cry. I don't know if you can go back to that because it was like a real moment or whatever. And I think at that point in time, that's when Tisha came out there and she was like, girl, put your big girl drawers on. Like she gave me that sister talk, like that pep talk, like, girl, you killed it, which that's one of the things that I actually did love about it because she would literally pour it to you when need be. Now, granted, her and Gucci friends, but Gucci, your friend was glad to see you get your ass beat. I'm just putting it out there. And that's what God loves. Without saying what she said.
Well, you wanted it to be, this scene, and it was the scene, just not for the reason that you intended.
Right. Damn. All my little money just gone away.
But I just want to know, how did you, because I'm watching the scene, and again, I wasn't trying to be the Latrice police, but I'm just saying to myself, why would she want them to fight at her event? Like why?
I don't like for people to fight. I don't even like to be around violence. Like, that's just not my area. Like, and it was stupid. Like, why would I bring Selena to my event to get at Gucci? For what? Like, the thing is, I never had an issue with this lady. Like, never, Scotty. The thing is, what would be my issue? Like, if you be like, oh, you was mad about the realtor deal. Why the fuck am I mad about the realtor deal when I literally got my building. I'm working on my building. I'm working on other things. What am I mad about? Like,
and another thing about it was that I also noticed, like the first thing so Gucci said was that, you had Selena there to fight your battle. And then, and then at the reunion, you said, well, I'm not the one with the problem. So it goes back to what you said, to what she said, when she's like, you got Selena here to fight your battle, but because you're saying you don't have a problem with her, it's like, well, what battle am I having her here to fight if I don't have a problem?
I have a problem. I mean, of course, like what I do know is that Selena and Gucci have been having like this ongoing thing for years. Like, like I've seen Selena, like people send Selena like screenshots of Gucci taking sub shots at her on Instagram. So it's literally been like an ongoing thing with them. And she can say that they never really speak, but I promise you, any event that I've been at, that they've been at together, they've spoken to each other. So, in that instance, I think that, Gucci was looking for a moment. And that's just what it is. And it's okay if you was looking for a moment. It doesn't hurt to speak to anyone. Like, girl, hey, you could have did that.
Now
that would have been even worse.
Now correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Didn't you? I could have sworn you said somewhere else that you had like an event or something. It wasn't on camera though, but you had like an event or something for your birthday, and they were both there or something like that.
Yes, I have literally like the pictures in my phone. All of us are in the picture together.
See, that's what I'm saying. So if you had them at an event together off camera and nothing happened, so why would it be an issue for you to have them at something on camera? Of course, if you have them there together at the same time on camera, you probably in your mind feel like, well, they were both at my birthday thing at the same time. We took a picture together. It wasn't no drama, so it won't be no drama at the event.
We was at the baby shower together. It was literally no drama whatsoever. We had a good time. Like, I don't get it. I didn't get it.
Gucci, they looking good for you, girl.
I mean, it's not to side with Selena because right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
And that's just what it is. But I didn't bring Selena there to get at Gucci. I know that, for me, it was like definitely wrong on both sides. I can't say that, but I can say that, like I said, it was a lot of built up energy. It's a lot of built up energy. And sometimes, you just get to that point. And keep in mind, like, you have this woman and your ex-husband who you have never said anything negative about, and keep in mind, some shit on them now that can have people looking like, you know what, baby, let me come give him a visit. Let me pay him a visit. Like, all this stuff on this man, but you have never once said anything negative about him a day in your life. But they're on TV tearing into your parenting. Like, and for a fact that you've been a great mother. Like, what you do for these girls, despite what anybody sees, what they're portraying on TV. This lady has always been in her kids' life. Let's just say that. Regardless if, he had them this weekend and he had them the next weekend and she went out and somebody saw her out, who cares? She had her kids. But if you're constantly on TV attacking me when I said nothing about you, attacking my parenting, I'm talking about just going so below the belt, like all of that adds up. And keep in mind, Selena has a lot going on. She just lost a son. I think it was maybe like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So she just lost her grandmother, who was somebody who raised her like from an infant on up. So when you have a lot of like all of that built up on top of somebody attacking your parents, on top of somebody picking on you, like that's a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah, you can easily go on the deep end and just kind of snap.
Right. Okay, so with the fight happening, we now know that. No, let me just ask you this. Now, with the fight happening, we know that Gucci pressed charges against Selena, which blocked her from filming. Now, how did you feel about her being blocked from filming after the fight?
I thought that it was a coward move, being that, I honestly feel like, she was the one who started it, right? Let's face it, it went beyond the extra. It went to you saying that you gonna throw this drink in this bitch face, to dropping your purse, pushing, I don't know, was it Tisha Tambra in the way, pushing past them, charging at someone. So of course, regardless, a fight is a fight. If I cut your eye or whatever, you came at me first. So all is fair when you fight, right? And to sit there and to press charges like that it was just a coward move to me. And that's just what it is. And the crazy thing is, like, I think they well, of course I know because I was there, but they had a hearing, and I know somebody was saying that the judge looked at the tape and saw that Selena was at fault, and that wasn't the case. Gucci pressed charges first, right? The judge saw the video, and I think I don't think I know. The judge put a no contact order for both ways, because Gucci pressed the charges first, right? But they saw who was the aggressor. So it's like neither one of y'all come near each other. And that's just what it was.
Well, it's like, this is how we're going to nip this in the butt.
Yeah.
You over there, you over there.
You stay over there, you stay over there.
I think with that happening, that kind of, even though the season was still good, it kind of held it back a little bit for me, because we wanted to see the fallout with that situation. Mm-hmm. Because with that happening now, so Gucci is now pretty much, her beef with you is now at the forefront, when this between her and Selena is a little bit more organic than what's going on between you and So Gucci. So we all wanted to see, okay, now what's going to happen with Selena? What's going to happen with Selena? So now she can't even film at all. You know what I mean?
And I hate that, because even though Selena's not a main cast, she's a fan favorite. And they're just crazy. You're a fan favorite on the show that you're not even a main cast on, which says a lot. And it still goes back to like, you know, the whole break days and, you know, there was your time and now this is my time. You know, I feel like, hey, look, I'm always up for a little competition. Nobody has ever intimidated me. So if Selena, you know, say for instance, if the shoes were on the other foot, I promise you I wouldn't care. And then, like you said, Selena was your storyline. I mean, if you take Selena and the girls away, take me and the whole realtor issue away. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's something there. You know, I'm pretty sure.
She had her
I
mother-in-law.
know it's something there.
She had her mother-in-law moving in.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
After that whole ordeal, Selena definitely needed an interview, a green screen, something. She needed a something.
I needed her via satellite at their reunion or something. Like
that would have been cute. Okay.
I need it.
I do not want to talk about this fight anymore.
I think we're moving on from that. The next question is, and I think this is probably the last So Gucci question that we got is,
listen,
what is the real, like, what would you say, like, because this is the last, I think this is the last question about her. What do you think is the real problem with you and So Gucci? Like, what is the real issue here? Because it don't seem like it's really an issue.
I honestly, I don't know. Like that's her question. You know, like I always say, I don't have an issue with her. You know, I can see her today and still speak and hold a whole conversation. Matter of fact, I'm gonna invite her to my grand open. That's just how much I don't be on the BS. And this is another thing. The crazy thing is when I call Selena, this is just goes to show her character. When I called and I was like, "Hey, girl, I'm thinking about pitching Gucci and JJ and the girls for the show or whatever. You know, since you can't do it, pitch somebody that I know." And you know, this is me trying to get information. You know, because I know JJ, but I don't know JJ. Now I know the girls, and I don't know Gucci at all. And when I said this is the reason why they on the show, because she spoke so highly of them. She's like, "Oh my God, they'll be perfect." You know, JJ a character girl. You know, like she did all of that. So that's how they, you know, how you get your little reference from people when, you know, you introducing them to something or you want them to be a part of something. But, child, listen, I have no issue with Gucci whatsoever. I don't have an issue with anyone. Not a single. I'm too grown for that. Like, why do I have an issue with you? If I ain't, listen, the only person that I'm arguing with is my husband. And that's just that.
Well, shifting gears, speaking of your husband, it was a very hot topic this season. And you mentioned earlier how, you know, you had no idea that a lot of girls had these different opinions about your relationship until we actually saw it on the show. So who would you say opinion sort of shocked you the most? And what was it about what they said that affected you?
I would say literally all of the girls, like Tisha the most, because she was someone that I was talking to literally like, if not every day, every other day. Like we were having a conversation because you know, this my girl. But I would say like all of the girls. The thing is, any scene that you saw us in when if they did mention something about my husband, I'm thinking that it goes back to like the whole stripper situation because they made such a big deal out of the stripper. And then I remember one scene where me and Tisha was sitting on the concrete and she was like, your marriage is the, you know, I don't know what she said, but anyways, y'all can go.
Your marriage is the topic of discussion with the other girls.
Your marriage is the topic of discussion. Still, she's not talking about they feel like my husband is abusive. Keep in mind, this is somebody I talk to every day. It's still in that they cut it. You know, I'm like, girl, I don't give a fuck about now one of them and what they think about my husband. Like, because we can say this about her husband, we can say this about her husband, right? And my husband still will come out on top. You know, and that's just what it was. Like, it wasn't like, my thing is, that right there had really pissed me off. Because don't come from me or my relationship. I feel like they tried to do everything, like including Marie. Y'all tried to slice and dice me every way possible, but you couldn't. I still came out good on every end. So what's next to attack my husband, right? And see, that's why I don't play, because you can say anything about me. I don't care. But when it comes to that, keep your name out.
So look, I don't play about my husband.
I don't play about my husband because my thing is if any of the girls felt like I was being abused in any type of way, me and Tisha talked on the phone almost every single day. She never said anything about it. But you get on TV and you get with Maria, whoever, and it's a whole issue. Same thing with Aisha. Y'all, like, if your friend's sitting there being abused, you gonna call your friend and be like, hey, bitch, what's going on? You know, let me know something. Never got a phone call from any of the ladies about a single thing of them thinking that I was abused or anything. The only thing they came to me about is, oh, your husband, no, Tisha. Oh, your girl, why was your husband? And this is still on TV. Everything is on TV about the whole stripper situation.
Girl. And I mean, and I was surprised because I had got to meet you and Cliff at the same time in the hotel, and Cliff was a good time. We had a great time. Like they made him seem like he was a mean Grinch, like evil person. I'm like, that wasn't my experience. Surprised. I was like, oh, okay.
No.
I just feel like if they was really concerned, why they didn't just tell you that? Like why they walking around having afternoon lunches discussing it? You know what I'm saying? Like
the person that is happening to, come to me. I just really feel some type of way about that because you're not gonna sit here and try to, and that's what I said at the reunion. Like you want to sit here and allege that, and I don't give a fuck what you saw at M Bar. What you saw at M Bar, my husband grabbed me and I grabbed my arm back and said, nigga, don't touch me. Like you're not about to be grabbing on me. And that's just what the fuck it was. It is what it is. He was mad at that moment. It happened. And what else you want me to say? Like I checked him about it at home. And Scotty, one thing you know for sure, Scotty. And when my family actually saw this thing, baby, trust and believe, baby, it was a lot of apologizing. Listen, it was a whole bunch of apologizing because my family, like, they don't play that. They can see just anything.
did I not say that?
Baby, they gonna go left real quick.
Did I not say that?
Like it's no, and my husband and my brothers work together. So when I say they're together all day, every day, if I was getting abused, I guess it would be some type of proof out there somewhere. Like I don't know, something. Just like if somebody's cheating on somebody, you're gonna hear something, right? Or you're gonna see something. You're gonna see them with somebody eventually. I don't know how they go, but. It was just disgusting to sit here for them to try to paint me in that light when, like I said, I know for sure what y'all husbands do. Now, if y'all want to talk about it, let's talk about it. And that's just what it is. And it ain't no alleged over here.
I think that's a part of the questions down the line.
Oh yeah, and I mean she's already bled to the next one. It was like because that scene at M Bar, there's a lot of murmurings about this alleged abuse happening, and everybody on Twitter had all these different things to say. Mm-hmm. Like, did you ever feel? Because I don't think I saw you particularly clapping back at too many like outside people about the whole situation. You just kind of kept this quiet. So, like, how did you sort of handle all of the people outside of the show having such an opinion on what was going on in your household?
I mean, when it comes to people viewing the show, they're going to have 10, 12 different views. Like, you can't sit here and fight with the entire internet. Now, when you see me tweet, it'll probably be more towards the girls, on the show versus the actual people on Twitter. Like, your opinion is your opinion. I know for a fact what's going on. Like, like I said, they want me to be abused so bad. They want me to have darkness in my eyes so bad. They want me to be all of these things, and it's not that. Like, I don't care what a single soul say on Twitter. Like, baby, my husband and the other one, we good. We just came back from Africa because I told him, I said, baby, I'm stressed out. He said, baby, let's get on a plane. I'm gonna take you somewhere. Baby, we good.
That's
We
the kind of
do.
money I need. I need to just be able to get up and go across country just because.
Like,
Child, Jamar, we still on the prowl right now.
Okay, we still on Southwest.
Yeah, we still on Southwest right now.
now, I will do Southwest. I love Southwest. What you know what? I rode Southwest twice.
Girl, you like American.
No. America got me fucked up. Cause
Now they got you fucked up. But any other
I
time,
love
your ass
Southwest.
on American.
I feel with that with both. I cheat on both.
Which is fair, and I think that what you had said on the reunion holds true in regards to like if somebody, especially a woman, is getting especially physically abused, you will see them like applying a lot of extra concealer around their eyes if they're getting, if they have bruises or there would be some evidence of like physical, distress to show type of abuse.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with Marie because she went to Twitter. Like I said, I don't too fast address like the regular tweeters or the people that view the show. I'm gonna address the case because y'all don't play with me. It was she said something about my husband, the whole bar situation. Keep in mind, the only people that are here is Amanda, Josh, my husband, the producers. So I'm guessing the producers took back or whoever took back the scene that happened at bar and probably told it to the girls and they kind of ran with it however they ran with it. But on Twitter, Marie put some up to the sense of tell the truth how your husband did something to you and you couldn't film for weeks. Keep in mind, I filmed the next day with Josh. But matter of fact, after the whole situation with me and my husband, I went back in the bar and we started smoking hookah and drinking. So we had a good time that night. It was a great old time. But she ended up putting that up, and a lot of people because what they say, because people feel like I'm on a show with them, so what they say is gold. It's true. And don't play with me. So what I did, let me screenshot this real quick. Let me send her ass this lawsuit. Because you're gonna have to prove it. If you feel like that's what happened, then prove it. Like I don't play about domestic violence at all. That's something I do not play about. And her being a woman of domestic violence, like you want to sit here and you want to play about something like this, like girl, no, we're not gonna do that. Like you was a whole advocate. You went on Facebook. You was a whole advocate for domestic violence, talking about how your ex abused you and posting your broken arm and all of that. Like for you to sit here and do what you did, it was like I hated it. Don't do that. I was trying to make a point, but I lost my train of thought talking about her.
So I think the people got it. And earlier you had mentioned that you had filmed a scene with Josh shortly thereafter. So what's your relationship with Josh today?
Me and Josh are good. Like we actually did a live together maybe about a week or two ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, I was in there.
Yeah, Josh is at the store every day getting on my nerves. He play entirely too much. He joke about everything, don't take nothing serious. But we're both ready to move into the new location. I'm trying to, we're trying to pick out uniforms and we going back and forth. That's the most we're arguing about now is how these uniforms are gonna look.
And also let the people know that Josh is not just a person that you brought on the show as your friend. Like he's really your friend in real life before there was a Belle Collective. Because people seem to believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Josh, I've been knowing Josh for years. Like years. Way before Belle Collective, way before a lot of things. Josh he's always been fascinated with makeup, but I used to let Josh play on my face and mess up my face when he first started doing makeup. So you know how far back we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as we know, you looked at Leticia as a big sister at one point in time, and you just said that y'all would be on the phone, if not every day, every other day. What would you say started the downfall of your friendship with Leticia?
Honestly, like I said, I didn't know, what the girls were filming. Now, when I saw it, I was like, dang, I should have cut her ass off a long time ago, because I didn't know that she was talking so deep about my marriage and all of those things. But for me, like what happened in the present moment, like me physically being there, was the whole 9 to 5, that brunch right there. That's the thing that started it all for me. Because at this point, this is my sister. Like whatever she say, I'm riding with. Like we ride, we talk on the phone like every day, if not almost every other day. Like just talking about whatever BS, just having girl conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that moment right there, like it just it showed me a whole nother side of her, and I just didn't respect that side. And I was like, I'm good on her.
Because I felt like what you were essentially just trying to say is like nobody wants to work a 9 to 5. It's like we want to do the thing that we love to do, as an entrepreneur that doesn't involve clocking in usually at a job under somebody else.
I mean, yeah, and I actually said all of that, which I pinned it on my Twitter, the actual speech that I gave. I talked about, I asked the question, who the F wants to work a 9 to 5? And also I told them about my experience and also how not to quit their 9 to 5, regardless of how it was edited. They were there on the panel with me. You guys knew exactly what I said because you agreed. You sitting there nodding your head like, yes, this is what, yes, girl, yes. And the crazy thing is, like I said, after the event, because I'm so critical when it comes to myself, I want to know how I did. Don't lie to me. Let me know how I did, because I want to perfect in whatever I do. So these were my questions. Well, matter of fact, Tisha actually, right after the event, because I ended up leaving, she called me with her sister on the phone, because her sister and whoever her sister were at the table with, they loved my speech. And she was like, girl, you so damn crazy, girl. My sister wanted to talk to you. I FaceTimed you because my sister wanted to talk to you. Hold on, child. My phone is blowing up. Child. Okay. So anyways, she was just, she had FaceTimed me with her sister on the phone, but I never did pick up the FaceTime. I probably was doing something at that time. But when I did call her back, she's expressing to me all of these things about how the people perceive me, how they love me, how I did good, even though I'm asking her like, Tisha, you sure? How did I do? This, that, and the third. Girl, you did good. You did good. Oh my God, you know how she is. So that was that. Like, asked her several times. Even man, we're still talking on the phone every single day, if not every other day. And then like weeks later, I don't know, it probably was like a month or so later, I get in her office and it's this whole, well, you offended? How did I offend people? I did ask who wants to work a 9 to 5, but I also told them how not to quit their 9 to 5. So we, some got lost in translation, because I feel like if somebody came to you and told you all of these things throughout these numerous of conversations that we had prior to this office visit on camera, you would have told me that, right? Being that I'm still asking, how did I do? Was it good? Blah, blah, blah. People man, I got 2 bookings off this man, 2 bookings off this event. But I offended people. It was a whole issue. Until we got in your office on camera, and that's when you want to try to, like, it was so much that she had said, which is why you're not going to sit here and tear me down came from, because it was one thing after the next she was blaming me for. It was a whole, now I offended people with the 9 to 5. I tried to ruin Marie. It was the whole, you talking about Gucci, like literally everybody, like she was going down the list. I'm like, girl, are you fucking serious? And then it was the whole, what's the co-worker comment? Like, girl, like it was just too much, but
Well, you pretty much answered that next question that I had, because I was basically asking you what really happened at the brunch that everybody was offended by. So you already answered that. So do you think
But honey, I booked 2 jobs off it and I was absolutely amazing. If you want to book me, email bookings@latricerogers.com.
Okay. Well, I know a lot of people feel like this that watch the show. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it in my comments. Do you think that there's a possibility that Leticia kind of threw you under the bus, threw you and your friendship under the bus to appease Marie?
I'm not gonna. I don't know. Honestly, Scotty, I don't know what these people thinking and why they do what they do. I don't know. That's something that you have to ask her. If she did it, that's a messed up reason. But I mean, I hope that's not what it was. But it was something. I just don't know what it is, and I honestly don't care because that's dead.
Oh,
Oh, like unreconcilable differences kind of dead, or just like I
Oh,
don't fucking right now.
that is dead. Now, granted, we do a show together. I'll show up any day and film with whoever. But as far as like there being something there, I can't do it. Like I can't. Even when people were telling me like Tisha is this type of person, I was still giving her the benefit of the doubt because I'm the type of person you have to show me yourself. I don't go off of what others say. And you show me what was up, honey. I have to sit there and be like, this the real her over all that embellishment of women empowerment and you can do it and you know that fake ass pouring into someone. At the end of the day, you are who you are.
We hate to see relationships that are real, that existed before the show, be affected negatively after the show is over. When I feel like if the show was never even a thing, this would never even be an issue. None of these conflicts would have ever happened. So it's really unfortunate, or it could be fortunate that now I know who you really are.
Yeah.
Depends on how you look at it.
exactly.
Okay. Listen, do we have any questions from the people, honey? Look, I'm here for the people. What do you guys need?
Oh, we're gonna get into them questions.
But at the reunion, we did see a little bit of contention between you and Aisha. Like, what was going on with that? Because they need to really dive into that for real, for real.
The crazy thing is, I didn't even know that me and Aisha had an issue. The reunion was so intense because you know I got Tisha sitting here lying about every single thing there is to lie about. So I'm focused on her. So a lot of the stuff that Aisha was saying, I didn't even hear her until the show. Like, you know, of course I heard when she was trying to allude at the whole my husband is abusive situation. And I think it was probably like one more thing when I was talking about half the women on the stage have been a victim of domestic violence. She said something about that. But I literally didn't hear a lot of the things that she said. And when I'm looking at it on Twitter, I'm like, girl, what is me and your beef? Like, what is really our beef? Like, I have no issue with you, Aisha, at all. Like, at all. So, I don't know. Maybe because, you know, Gucci is her friend, and that's perfectly fine. Defend your friend. You know, right or wrong. Hey, if you want to ride with them, I can't go against it because that's your friend. But girl, don't come at me.
It's like, stay over there. Don't try nothing.
Please stay over there.
Okay, so people are starting to Jamar, what I'm gonna do is like as ever so often as this interview goes on, I'm gonna put people comments up here, whatever they got. So somebody, yes, it's me says, so what about Glenn and Cliff relationship now? Meaning, I guess they're asking that because you said you and Leticia's friendship is dead at this point. What about Glenn and Cliff's relationship? Are they still cool?
One thing I told him is just because me and Tisha don't have a relationship, that doesn't mean that you and Glendale don't have to have a relationship. I have no issue with them whatsoever. So they're still cool. Like I think people think like they're besties and you know talk on the phone every day, and he's giving Glenn the ultimate advice when it's not like that. You know, of course, Glenn like you know him and my husband are cool, and Glenn, of course, my husband, you know, baby, it's the money team over here. That's just what it is. So you want to be around people that, you know, you see doing things. Like what they say, if you hang around 2 millionaires, you're gonna be the third one, right? So, you know, hang around him and I know a lot of people feel like my husband is putting all these negative thoughts in Glenn's head when that's not the case. They over here because I've heard them have conversations. They're talking about money. My husband speaks highly of Tisha when it comes to Glenn. You know, if he's giving Glenn advice, it's something towards their marriage, regardless of what the show is portraying. Like he is always for their marriage.
They tried to make it seem like he wasn't.
Right.
No,
Would you?
he's always advocating for them, their marriage, you know, whatever they got going on. But honestly, they barely talk about Glenn and Tisha's marriage. They be on talking about some whole other stuff when they do talk, because they, you know, it's not like they talk every day. They probably talk like once a month or something like that.
Okay, Bossy Dumb Diva says, question, would you consider a surrogate journey with Cliff?
Ooh, a surrogate with my husband. No, I think if I were to ever bring a child into this world, I want to go through that whole experience. Like, you know, the older you get, the like first I was like, I don't want kids, I want kids. You know, it's up and down with the kids because he might do something today to make me, and I'll be like, and then he'll ask me, do I want to have some kids? No, I don't want to have. So you know, it's up and down for me, but if I actually bring a child into this world, I want to be, you know, I want him to rub my feet. I want to have the cravings. Like, I want to, you know, have a pregnant belly, because I know I'll be cute, pregnant with a big nose. My nose, honey.
You know, a lot of girls were like, I don't want to, you know, mess up my good body. I don't want to have to get all that extra.
Because I can get on the table easily, honey. You know, the Bells are known for getting on the table, baby. I would be snatched.
My God, not on the table, Father.
Look, after my baby, what's the a lot of time, 2 weeks, because baby, I'll be there 2 weeks. Doctor, cut me, snap, snip, or whatever you gotta do. Pop me back in shape.
So, okay, so I'm gonna be messy for about five seconds. Earlier, you said, you know, everybody was making all these different comments about there being potential domestic violence, you know, in your relationship, when there was other people who were having their own situations with their husbands and, you know, what's going on in their household. But we didn't get to hear about what all those were. What was the tea?
One thing about it, I'm not in the business of telling the next woman's story. If she hadn't told it already, you know, then I'm not going to sit there and say anything about their journey. Unlike them, you know, I'm not going to stoop to that level. Like, whenever they want, what they say about me, whenever she want to talk about it, whenever they want to talk about it. I see darkness in their eyes, honey. That was so funny to me because Aisha was stressing that, and I'm like, girl, the only time we're around each other is when we film. How the fuck you know how my eyes look on a regular basis? You me 5 times in your whole life. My friends be around me every day. I never heard them say I got darkness. And one thing about it, they are vocal, blunt. Baby, they're going to give it to me like it is. If I'm right, wrong, they're going to tell me. So, trust me, if I had darkness in my eyes, they'll be like, girl, what's wrong with you? You need a drink.
Right. Okay. Minnie Ruth 2093 wants to know, are you and Antoinette still friends?
We actually are. She came to my house maybe about, well, we talked on the phone maybe about last week. Sometimes she hadn't been to my house, you know, but we're still friends. Yeah.
We want her back on the show.
Oh, Auntie.
We want her back on the show.
Antoinette said she is working, honey, trying to save her life one smile at a time.
Okay, another question for Latrice. If Gucci would own her part and apologize for season 3, would you forgive her?
Let me think. I mean, she has said a lot of below the belt things as well, but I think all of the girls did. Some of them just more intense and harder than the other. I don't know. I can't say where me and her relationship would be. I'm not, like I said, I can see her today and I'll speak and I'll say something to her now. Like, I don't have an issue with her. Like, still to this day, I don't have an issue. So, I don't know. I guess you guys just have to wait and see.
Okay. Aisha said that Leticia told her that you were looking up info on her, and that's why she had smoke for you at the reunion. Is that true?
this is my whole thing. I'm glad they asked that question. So now, one thing about Jackson is so smart. If anybody know anything on you, baby, they gonna run it. They gonna run it with the quickest. And I could just recall a situation where because people see the show, right? And keep in mind, I'm an advocate in the community. So if somebody do something towards me, I'm gonna instantly get some information from somebody. This lady came in my store a week straight. Keep in mind, Josh is always there, so I'm really never there. So Josh will come and be like, "Trees, this lady keep coming in the store saying she got some information." And she finally caught me, in the store or whatever. So I'm like, "Hey, you've been looking for me or whatever." She ran a book down about Marie. And that was the thing. People will sit here, if you do something in Jackson, let's face it, nobody has nobody's perfect. I don't have to go and I don't have to dig up a thing. Now, and this is the crazy thing, if I hear something, I'm not going to go on the show. I've never went on the show and be like, "Well, I heard this." They always bring it up.
Oh.
I don't know what went on. Okay. They always bring it up themselves. And I can say that they dig up stuff on me. Because Gucci posted on Twitter, she rolled behind my new building, took pictures, talked about my building. Y'all saying that y'all hearing my husband beat me, this, that, and the third. So who's digging up information on who? I don't care to dig up information on Aisha. No, what happened was me and Tisha was having, I had heard something about Aisha and the whole, her home in Jackson and all of that. So I'm having a regular conversation with Tisha on the phone, like we girls or whatever. So I'm like, "Girl, I heard this about Aisha. This is what girlfriends do." She was like, "Oh, you heard that? Well, me and Glendale did this, towards Aisha and her husband." So I was like, "Damn, that. Okay, y'all did that towards Aisha and her husband." Okay. And that was just that. So Tisha, when reunion come, we don't see all the episodes until reunion. So when reunion come, they give you 2 days to watch all the episodes. Jamar, if you can remember, you was in the room with me, and we trying to binge watch.
Trying to catch up, but you had already seen them though. I think about it. You was watching it for the people that didn't get to see it yet.
I didn't see any of those episodes.
Oh, I thought you were rewatching it.
You know what? Yes, I was catching up. Mandy and you were catching up on the episodes because I had watched it the day before. You're right about that. So Tisha was upset about the whole text message situation because she had just the same way that I didn't know that they were saying all that domestic violence stuff. Tisha didn't know that we were talking about the text message as intense as we was. So now you have a woman, I'm a woman of empowerment, right? So if people look at me like, okay, well, she's around here doing this, that y'all not gonna necessarily look at her like a woman of empowerment, right? Y'all gonna be like, she a messy bitch. That's just what it is. So Tisha was upset about that. So in my opinion, I don't know if this to be true or not, but I feel like all of them got together with on a text message, and that's all of them meaning Tisha, because I know how she is. She'll gather a group together in a minute. Tisha, Marie, Aisha, and Gucci. Because when they came to reunion, they kind of tried to make me out to be a liar for one. They tried to make me be abused domestic victim. Both of them saying they see something in my eyes. So y'all got together and came up with this whole plot and ploy to discredit me, to make me look a certain type of way. And that wasn't that, because I don't have anything to lie about. But Aisha, she was already on the rah-rah because y'all had already put the plan in motion. We're going to make Trees look this way. So you want to sit here and say, I dug up stuff on you, but at the same time, Tisha got some shit. If she say what she told me, which I would not repeat, and I told Aisha this, exactly what Tisha said that she had on them. But you still got smoke with me over some real estate? And this girl over here damn near finna destroy. That's a whole nother story.
Okay, and one more audience question before Jamar get into his next question in this, because this wasn't even a part of the question, so I'm glad they're asking it. Latrice, can you tell us your side of the infamous group text situation? Because you did get a lot of flack about telling Tambra about it after you and Leticia had fallen out, but Tambra said that you had been told her about it before it got to the camera. So let's elaborate
I
on that.
actually did. One thing about it, I don't get mad and I don't tell. I told Tamara this the beginning of season 2, and I actually told Aisha as well. If you guys remember the paint scene that me and her did together, like I told Aisha in that moment right there. This is still way before me and Tisha had our falling out, so it's not like, oh, you got mad and you told about the group message. No, they been knew this. They just chose when to play it and how it played out. So they're just that. But I think everybody's looking for like a group message that says, and the whole thing was so freaking petty. I think everybody's looking for a group message that said for Tamara to be texting or somebody to text and be like, leave Aisha out the group message. It wasn't like that. So this is the thing. We already have a group message with all of the bells in there that we text, we do all of that. Like this is our one group message that we talk about everything. We want to do a photo shoot. We want to support each other. We want to invite each other. We got this one specific text message. So Aisha calls me and she's like, hey, we're about to run this play or whatever. We're gonna form the group message and of course you guys know the rest. She's like, Marie already know the play. So I was like, this my girl at the time. Okay, cool. Didn't think nothing really deep of it. So it was like some little petty ass text message. I think Tisha texted about her birthday and was like, it's my birthday, and literally she text, I text, Marie text. You know how when you got a family group message at home, with your family, and your husband call you and be like, hey, I'm gonna put this in the group message, make sure you respond. So that's how you can tell because like I do that with my family all the time. We so petty to be like, girl, go and say this in the group message or whatever, family group message. It was like literally Tisha, me, then Marie, and I think Gucci was in it as well. She didn't know anything about it, so she responded like hours later, and then Tamara responded like the next day because she don't be messing with the group messages. So if you look at that group message, Tamara didn't know what it was, nor did Gucci because it looked, because we already don't text so much, so it looked like our regular group message. Being that Tamara got an Android, we can't name them, the group message or whatever. So that's just what it is. And that's all it was. Like we text maybe about 2 days and that was it. And I guess they sent that to production and, made it into something that it was not. And that was it. It's like nothing. So petty.
I want to say, girl, when it comes to all that text message stuff, I already know it's going to be some bullshit.
Yeah, it was good. Like, it's so petty.
And you had kind of answered one of these questions already. It's like, did you feel ganged up at the reunion by everybody else? And you kind of did. But there was something that, we were working on that you were asking me about to help you with for the reunion that we never saw.
See, because that's another thing. And I asked you to help me with it. Baby, I didn't want to go so below the belt. And then, like I said, they claim I get all these facts and I dig up all this information and, this, that, and the third. But, honey, y'all the ones that sit on TV and tell, y'all business. I don't care. Now, what people tell me is what people tell me. I can't help that. People come to me with information the same way they come to y'all with information. Like, y'all can sit on the stage and tell my whole story. Or Tisha, you can sit on the stage and tell the next person's whole story. But if I say something out my mouth, I don't went and dug up some information. And this petty ass information about a real estate. Like, girl, if I'm gonna dig up something, I'm gonna dig up something. It ain't gonna be no real estate.
Because I remember reading, what you had came up with, and I was like, this?
You did.
Are you sure?
What I came up with. I couldn't do it.
Are you sure?
Listen, he had told me what you came up with, and I'm like, oh shit.
I don't know, but I was waiting for it though, because I said, baby, is she gonna do it?
Like, I had to stay true to myself. I was like, this is not you. Regardless of how low these girls are going, this is not you.
The way they came for you, I wish you would have did it.
You listen, that's what everybody said. They said, girl, why you did I was like, I couldn't. Like,
did you have it with you?
I did. I had it with me, printed out, like all of that. But you know, I'm sticking to like my moral was like I'm not willing to tell the next woman's story. And what Jamar is talking about, like I had this whole little obituary written out, and I had, you know, facts about it. Like it ain't no alleged. These are straight facts about the girl. And it was some harsh stuff to where, you know, either they were gonna probably blank all of that out the reunion, or they were gonna tell me, ma'am, exit the stage, like exit left.
You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. Matter of fact, they actually probably would have fought me. All of them lined up together, baby. They would have been drilling my ass because, you know.
Because I definitely thought that they took it out. I said, damn, they took out the good shit. But you never got a chance to do it. So it's cool.
Did.
I understand. If you want to send it to me, though.
I am not gonna send it to you, baby. You're gonna post it, baby.
I would never.
Now we ain't. There's so much stuff we ain't never said.
You're right. They'll swear I dug it up out of God knows where.
You know, it's gonna be another Jamar. We're gonna be the topic of discussion this time because you know the first reunion it was a blogger.
I actually want to talk about this.
Go ahead.
Because Scotty, I think the people like for one, if you go all the way back to season 1, and I promise I said I was never gonna talk about this again because it's so petty, so redundant, so dead, like washed away, like it's washed up. But and thankful for the people in Jackson that goes hard for me, that knows actually what happened. They can sit here and baby, they'll argue you down because they know exactly what happened. And what was so stupid, like on reunion 1, the entire reunion went left because you guys are talking about some that didn't even happen none of the season. And what did I say? I was like, the fact that y'all would give somebody else a platform on your platform is stupid to me. Marie, nobody knew about this whole blogger and the issues that you were going through with this blogger that you started. So, Jamar, of course, you know, she said that I tried to ruin her business. I fed information to the blogger, which we all know. And people from Jackson, baby, they'll vouch up and down because we all went through the whole process with him, you know, and his blogs and all of that. Your employees who you didn't pay went to the blogger. Your sugar, well, I ain't gonna say sugar baby, but whatever he is to you, they're suing you now. Went to the blogger. Your family, because your family came to my store running you down, went to the blogger. Your ex went to the blogger. Now, these are all people who actually, I don't know nothing about this lady. Keep in mind. But, Scotty, close your mouth because you know this.
I didn't know all that. I didn't know the family went to the blogger.
Yes. Like, yes. This man was sitting here exposing the family too. Like, your cousin came and told me, blah, blah, blah. I don't know anything about this lady because I barely know you. And at that point, I didn't even have beef with her. Like, you talked about my hair. That didn't go anywhere. I gave you new hair. Like, we were cool. We were cordial to the point where Marie actually came to my store and she sat there and talked for hours. Like, we didn't have any beef. If somebody replaced them, you didn't provide a receipt, like, off the street because Tisha comes. She's like, girl, that's Marie. She gonna be on the show with us, blah, 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 blah. She was like, girl, you know, she crazy this and third or whatever. I was like, all right, cool, because at this point, you know, like, this is my business. So I don't mind. I'll give you 3 extra bundles. It ain't nothing to me. You know, so gave her that. We were like literally cordial until the show started. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all are so messy. Who y'all are messy, Lord?
And told her at the reunion what they did show. I said, girl, if you feel like I tried to ruin your business or I did this, that, and the third, baby, take me to court. Baby, I'm ready. I keep a lawyer on retainer. Please take me to court like I'm taking you to court now. Take me to court.
You know what? You had me laughing so hard when Marie was in that bathroom hollering and screaming, and you was like, "What's the problem? What's going on?"
Because to me, it's like it's no issue. Like you did, like literally, even the situation when Essie came to my store, she was like, what? I know you know Scotty, baby. I be forgetting what be happening on the show, but I know Essie came to my store. What did she say? You were. What the hell did she say?
It was something along the lines of you was on the phone with the girl.
Okay, boom, that right there.
And they said, "Do you want the information on? Do you want me to put out the information on Leticia and Marie, or?" And then it said something along the lines.
Not put out no information, but she was saying,
"Yeah."
They asked, "Did you want me to get the information?"
Get the information.
Okay, because how they had edited it went from that, then it went back to I don't know. But what that whole conversation was about was Tisha was privy to a conversation between me and Kaylin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this conversation, and Tisha would tell you, Kaylin was like, you know, I'm going to see the blogger to get information for the reunion. Now keep in mind, Marie, you claim that I'm giving the blogger information. So why would I send Kaylin to go get information if I'm already giving him information? They're just stupid. But anyways, so I'm telling Kaylin, I'm like, girl, I don't think it's a good idea. Do not go see this blogger. Like, don't go see. She's like, bitch, I'm going to see the blogger because I'm getting information for the reunion. Now, do you want information on Marie or not? I was like, shit, if you gonna go get it, Marie ain't.
I mean, if you don't get, I'm not gonna tell you not to.
So whatever you get, you can get it. If I can use that at the reunion, then that's just what it is. You know, but that ended up not happening. Kaylin did go talk to the blogger, but the stuff that he was saying on the blogs was what he was basically still telling Kaylin, I guess.
Yeah, because didn't he record that conversation?
He did. He recorded their conversation because I think he wanted to come to the reunion, but they had ended up blocking it, and I think he got mad because he couldn't come to the reunion. So that was a whole big mess with the blogger situation. But
the same when that first came out at the reunion, they swore it was me, and it was not me.
No, it wasn't.
It was not me.
We all know who the blogger was, but yeah, that goes back to that conversation with me and Essie. I'm not admitting that I had any dealings because I didn't care. Like, come on, man. Why do I care? Like what am I getting out of it? I just didn't care. But that was that whole thing, and I don't know. I be wanting people to read in between the lines and be like, hold on, man, that don't make sense. But
well, I'm glad that you cleared that up again because some people are still under the impression that you really went out of your way to go and to ruin her business.
But and this is another thing because I know was it season 2 reunion or whatever where I brought this document.
Yes.
Okay, so this specific document was let me say I dug it up because baby, that's what they don't say. She dug it up. Child, I don't even know where to get this information from, who to ask to get this information, but I know it's some of everybody. So people send me stuff. So anyway, received this document or whatever. It was basically a sheet of paper that somebody in the I don't know, was it the federal building, whatever the building was. But anyways, it had like Hamilton Davis being investigated, blah, 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 blah. Had a whole bunch of information on there. So I brought the paper with me to So Gucci's event when she did the Billboard release. I don't know what episode it was. So brought that paper with me, and I told Tisha, I was like, I got this document. You know, I want to show it to Tisha. Tisha to this day still don't know what's in the document because I didn't show it to anybody at that time. So I was like, I got this document I want to show to Maria, whatever. And she was like, okay, girl, you know. So after Gucci's event, pulled Marie to the side. I was like, hey, somebody sent me this document, and she can tell you this because this is exactly how it happened. I was like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I want, get on top of it if you need to. So this is me coming to her like, shit, I got this. Get on top of it if you don't know about it. She was like, I already know about it. I was like, oh, you already know about it. That was the end of that. So, anyways, it's coming up reunion time. Keep in mind, me and Marie cordial at this moment. So, Josh is doing his client's makeup, which is also Marie's friend. And, they telling Josh, like, what is this? Marie supposed to be coming at Treese, Marie supposed to be coming at Treese at the reunion, releasing all type of information on her, this and the third or whatever. So Josh come back and tell me, and was like, hey, what's going on, So we have that whole conversation on top of one of the Belle actors that hang with Marie told me the same thing. So I'm like, damn, I thought we was cool. So why this, trying to come at me at the reunion? So I was like, all right, I'm going to bring this document to the reunion. You say I'm sitting here trying to ruin your business, but I want to show you that your business been getting investigated way before me, way before Belle Collective. So we get to the reunion, right? And I wasn't going to even pull it out, but I was like, let me see how deep she going to go. Marie literally, I'm talking about, she got on stage, it was like, da-da. They couldn't even play the stuff that Marie said. Like, it was just that harsh. Like, it was just that deep. They could not play any of that. They cut that whole thing, so it looked like I'm just pulling out a paper saying, oh, Marie, you've been investigated. No, after she did and said everything that she said, I'm like, bitch, you sitting here, you talking about, I'm trying to ruin your business. Bitch, you been getting investigated before me. I don't know nothing about your business. I don't know who to report and say Medicaid fraud. Hell, do Medicaid got a fraud prevention? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you done already pulled out the document, you could have pulled out the obituary on for season 2.
This was season 2. Reunion.
I mean, you might as well. That's fair.
Look, they can sit here and say that the documents were fraudulent, all they want. No, it was real. It was real.
So they kind of saved Marie in that, and for season 2 reunion, basically.
It was a lot that she said, and of course, none of it was true. And again, y'all, they want to say that I dig up information, honey. Where you get this information from? Which, by the way, was all factual. Well, it wasn't fact. Let me take it back. It wasn't factual.
They're gonna take the sound by now. They say, nope, she admitted it.
Yes, she admitted it, girl. Yes, girl. Everything you said. No, but it was not true at all, and it was just so much, and just like she had went all the way below the belt. Like, I'm talking about, it got deep. Carlos even had to stop her and was like, Marie, we cannot. He told her we cannot air this. Like, no. She's still going, baby. She thought she did her big one. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, girl, all this, and we were just cool. Like, you and Tisha just called me on 3-way.
Reunion. When it comes to that,
they gotta say their job, honey.
Nah, and it's a way that you save your job, stay on your job, and it's not, if we're gonna do little petty stuff, then it's to a limit for me. It's to a limit.
Or if we cool, then if I know that we had beef on the show, but we cool now, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna read you with X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Okay. You can come with element OP. We can have our little moment back and forth, but just know that don't get your feelings not personal.
Even if I don't tell you, it's not gonna be something so offensive or so, like it was crazy. But
okay, I'm being messy because this question really ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's just funny to me because they asking in the chat that this is like the 5th time I seen this in the chat. They say, is it true that Leticia got beat up at the Pearl Outlet by her husband, baby daddy?
Ooh, wait a minute.
Baby mama, I'm sorry.
Now I have no idea about that. Child, I guess what they say, I need to dig a little deeper to figure it. Nah, I understand. I don't know where you get that information from.
I done seen 3 different people ask that question in this live.
Child, yeah, I got the ex-Tisha if she been fighting with wait, what they say? Put that back up.
Oh, no, ask me to put it back up. Hold on, let me put it back up. It said, where it at? Okay, it said, is it true that Leticia got beat up at the Pearl outlet by her husband, baby mama?
The girl, I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. Now I think if that was true, baby, now somebody would have ran me, baby.
Somebody would have
I've
the video.
never
Somebody
heard
would have the
this.
video. We need the footage.
I've never
Only
heard
reason,
that.
look, I wasn't gonna put it up there, but
But you're
listen,
messy. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kept asking.
I mean, I know they did the paternity test, but I mean, I don't know if they got the fight.
These y'all messy. Thank you, Scotty, for asking about the outlet mall. Tell Latrice I give her the lowdown. Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh God. Girl. Don't send it, baby. I'm digging up more. I'm digging up more information.
Baby, it's probably already in your inbox.
Listen, okay.
It's already in your inbox.
So you were taken out of character pretty much at the reunion when you got into the altercation with Leticia and Marie. Now, what was going through your head at that point with Leticia standing over you, calling you an insecure biatch, and Marie calling you a husband made biatch, and you know she's saying she gonna be, I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass, I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass, all that shit.
Not beat the brakes off. Honestly, in my mind at that moment, I was just like, stay calm, because I know if I go there, if I reach that level, it was no that reunion, it was gonna be dead.
I already knew that.
I wasn't even gonna finish the reunion, so I'm like, okay, stay calm, girl. Play your hair, baby. Play your hair.
I be trying to tell the people.
You know, I just like, you know, both of them sitting there, well, not even sitting there, both of them trying to fight me. You know, for one, they know without even knowing, because if any child, I promise you, I could sit back in that chair. That's why I was sitting there when teacher came in my face, because you know, like, girl, you're not gonna put your hands on me. For one, we got 1,000 people in here. Scott, I promise you, I was not worried. I could sit there all day with both of them in my face.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We was pissed, especially the Ken folks, and some of them in this chat right now. We were pissed.
My mom was so pissed. She was like, "Baby, see, look, she want to come to the reunion with me next." But like I was so mad, I was in tears, and I don't get that mad, especially over no females. Like, why am I sitting here being mad at a female for what? You know, like after that, like I had to calm down before I went back to my dressing room, but I was still, you know, so mad. And when I went in there, baby, man in there was so like my hairstylist, everybody was. I was like, y'all look, we gotta finish the reunion, baby, because. Listen, I'm not coming back another day for this. Like, we're going to finish this reunion. We're going to go eat. We're going to go get us some drinks afterward. You know, but I had to keep saying in my mind, like, you know, I'm mad, but stay on this level right here. Just stay on this level.
Bishop Christian says you did better than me. Me and Scotty was high. We was on Facebook going in, honey. We were mad.
Look, you and Bishop Christian, like that's my rider right there. She know. I promise you, I was mad, but I wasn't worried at the same time, and it was a lot. And I know they were doing it for a reason. Mainly, you know, you were doing it because you guys were mad because I called you guys out on a lot of lies. You know, you were mad from. Of course, hell, I could have been mad too when I figured out that y'all were running my husband's name through the mud and trying to make him appear as if he's this type of person, you know. But I don't want to ever go back to that space or that person that I used to be. I worked too fucking hard for my name, and after this show, I still have a business. I still have a community. You know, I have a lot of people that look at me. I still have, like, I got a mentee that's coming to my store tomorrow. Like, they can't see me on TV. Brock, what are we fighting about?
Now, reasons why me and Jamar won't do no web reality show, child. Reasons why we won't.
Like, at the end of the day.
Well, you produce one. I'm sorry, but I don't.
I just said no.
I don't want to do it.
Really.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Mm.
Yeah, we were pissed. I have to say that again. We were all pissed. The whole town was
But
mad.
see, y'all have to understand, like, you know, back in the day, baby, I would get down, you know, like, I'm gonna get down with you. But right now, I got too much to lose. And you can't go toe to toe with somebody who don't have anything to lose. So I couldn't do that. If I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna hit you where it hurt, and that's in your pocket. Like, you know, you can fight somebody all day, honey. You'll be fighting them a year from now because the next day they want some more, the next day they want some more. But you hit them in their pockets, baby. You gonna sit them down for a minute. They gonna think twice.
Listen,
You know that somebody is not really trying to engage with you like that when the further that they get away,
knew that was coming.
like you see how the further that Marie got away, how much she was, the more threatening she got, the loud, like the deeper her voice went, and I'm just like, girl.
Don't get me started on the voice now, because you know I got it down, Pat.
And it's okay. Like, I promise you, it is okay. Listen, after we left reunion, baby, I was good. Matter of fact, after I went to my dressing room, I came back on stage and I was good then. Like, I was good.
I ain't gonna. It was just hard to watch. Like,
I know everybody was mad, and I'm having to calm down everybody. Like, it's okay. Like,
because I know your cousins. I'm really good friends with one of them, and I know they was pissed.
Baby, everybody was pissed. I was like, y'all don't mess. For one, do not mess with these people because I'm not bailing y'all out. I'm letting y'all know now.
This was months ago. This was like in August.
This was filmed months ago. I'm good. I'm literally had to stress this to them. If y'all see these people, don't say anything to them. Don't do anything. Don't go near them because y'all know they be somewhere. Like, and it's crazy that I have to have this conversation with my people, but you know.
Now you know how your folks is.
Yeah, I said, baby, y'all better not.
This is why you don't. This is why you don't be having them at no damn events because they gonna run up. They gonna run up.
I cannot, but I love my people nevertheless. Like, would not change it for the world. I love them.
So, do you feel that the girls on the show are trying to ice you and Tambra out of the show?
Possibly. Like, that's very well possible, but I got a lot to show. So regardless if we filming together or not, honey, I mean, listen, hopefully we get another season, but this season I'm gonna show you guys me being more in my bag, the way I maneuver through business. Of course, the dynamic between me and my husband, my extended family, which are my stepkids, my grandkids. I may bring some more of my family. Well, I may bring my family on the show more. You know, it's just, I don't care if they're trying to ice me out or not. I'm here.
Well, I told you. You told me last time. You said, you gotta get your ass on the show. If you ask me this time, I'm gonna do it this time. Everybody tell me.
God, I might.
I'm surprised you start filming yet because y'all start immediately after.
Right.
Yes. But
if you have me there, it got to be a scene just me and you. I can't be around the rest of them folks. They probably didn't see me drag their ass on videos. They probably gonna have people. So you're gonna have to just have me sit down at a scene with just me and you.
They gonna be standing over you next.
You're gonna have to. We're gonna have to sit by ourselves and kick the shit. That's the only way I can do that.
Noted. Duly noted, honey. Duly noted.
But another question is, I think this is probably the last one we got before we get into the last part. Do you ever see? No, the last part is that game that we do.
Okay.
Do you ever see yourself getting into a better place with Leticia, Marie, or So Gucci? Do you see yourself ever being in a decent place with them, especially with y'all being on the show?
I could be cordial with anyone. As far as me and Leticia being on a level that we were on, that's a no-go for me. Marie, I could be cordial, but as far as being on a greater level, that's a no-go for me. She's shown her faces too many times. a person that, how your mama tell you, they'll lie, they'll steal. Like, I just try to stay clear of that. All positivity over here. It's not about making money, honey. I do not care about it. And if my man was taking care of me, that's my man. That's my husband. That's my money. That's my money. Well,
Okay.
yeah, but for the most part, if you guys did want to know if my husband took care of me, he's my husband. But at the end of the day, I'm still self-made, honey. Listen, my business bringing in over 7 figures a year. So do the math. Anywho,
Maybe one day.
look,
Maybe one day.
business. Because, the thing I love about my husband, like, he has his business, which is his tree service. I have my business, which is my hair company. And then we built a lot together in between. But I still wanted my baby. I was like, this is my baby right here. So, with Aisha, I could definitely be cordial with her. I think with all girls, I could be definitely real cordial with them.
And one more thing before we get into this game in the closing. Do you know if you have another season yet?
No, we don't know if we have another season yet. Hopefully we do, because like I said, I have a lot that I want to show you guys, and just can't wait to get to it.
Y'all deserve another season because this season was actually y'all best one. It was y'all best one.
Yeah, look, get on and be like, go ahead and release it. Let them know if they got another season.
Even though I still, and I say this to you all the time, I want that April girl on the show. I want her on the show.
I love April. We filmed a few things with April. She's so vocal, so blunt.
That's why I said that.
April would give it to you.
I want her on the show. I want to meet her. I want to meet her so bad. I stand for her. I want her on the show.
Yes, April is my girl. She gonna ride. She gonna ride with her people. So.
Yes, I love her. I want April on the show. Just like they said we want April and Selena on the show. We do. We want both of them on the show. I don't know how we can get Selena on there, but I want both of them on the show.
And Melanie taking no more breaks now between mid-season now.
Please don't.
That was ridiculous.
Oh, God, child, we don't know how it's gonna air. We see it when you guys see it. So
right, it's fine. It's fine. So we'll get to the last part, which is just a game where we'll say we'll name each of your cast members, and you just kind of give your initial, well, not really initial, but your the first thought that comes to your mind of the word that you would use to describe them
at this point.
Oh God, y'all so messy. Look, I already
You just spilled all this tea and you call us messy
all night, and y'all know I am not the messy queen.
Girl. Wait, are you and April together right now? Girl.
April, where y'all at, girl?
See?
So the first name I'm gonna say is Tambra.
Tambra, sweetheart, genuine. I can say a lot about Tambra. Sweetheart, genuine, lovely. Oh, Tambra has the cutest baby. I call her baby TJ, Tambra Jr. Child, the baby's so loud. You gonna know. I said Tambra, girl.
Not so loud.
Child, that baby is loud. Oh, Tambra, TJ over there, cutting up.
That's what you have to look forward to.
Yes, but love Tambra, loving.
Aisha.
What do I want to say about Aisha? I would say, hell, wishy-washy. Like,
I mean, it did give that this season in particular.
Yeah.
Last season, it was just, kind of sub-villain storyline. This season, I was like, I don't know which way she's going.
Well, you know what? I guess she rolled with her friends, so I can't call her wishy-washy. Nick.
I'm just thinking, like, didn't she invite you? Y'all was at like a kid's place, and y'all was like bonding over I don't know.
Yeah, we went to the whatever park, the little jumping park.
Yeah.
I had jumped out of my damn wig. Child, I said, don't y'all ever bring me to this. I don't need kids, baby. I can't have kids that wear wigs. And then
Oh Lord.
yeah.
So Gucci.
So Gucci, I would say for me, you know, it was just a lot of fakeness. So I would say fake. But you know, still can be cordial with her. I just, you know, I ain't with all that faking. Let me know what's up. Like teacher say, let me know to play, girl. Play.
Okay, so the next person up, I got to do it in the right. I got to do it in her voice. Marie Monroe.
Oh, child. What can I say about? And this is the crazy thing. It's taking me so long because I don't think like don't care. But let me think. Marie, because I could say fake about her as well. Fake, babe, she everything together. I would say hater. Like, baby, she's the ultimate fucking hater. Like, girl. I don't know. She needs to practice on loving herself. As they say, I don't love myself, but girl. Mm-hmm.
And last but certainly not least, Miss Leticia.
Oh, she's a liar all day. Baby, liar. Big L. Look, Leticia, I'm gonna call her Big L. Big L.
Oh my God.
My Lord, today, and we the shady ones. Remember, it's us, not her.
Yeah, it's us. We the messy ones. We the shady ones now.
But you know, I love everyone. I wish them the best. Much success to everyone. You know.
Oh, girl, it's too late for that.
No. But this is the crazy. Listen, this is the crazy thing. I promise you, I have prayed for them women. Like I have prayed, and my husband be like, "Why you pray for them?" I'm like, "I pray for them, you know, for them to get a better understanding about life, you know, for them to become better people. Because I don't know what the next person is going through and why they're doing what they're doing. But you know, if I just pray for their spirit, because I'm a spirit person, like you know, I feel like the spirit moves everything, and I sat there and prayed for them." But anyway, that's a whole nother story, child. Because I can go all day about that.
Well, again, we always appreciate you coming onto the platform and kikiing with us. It's always a good time. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to make my ass down to Kent, Mississippi. Because Scotty done dragged me for years saying that I don't go down there.
I mean, because I done been around your mama and all types of stuff. You ain't been around mine yet. So, and I'm about to move over there where you at. So you may as well come this way before I go.
Atlanta. I like Atlanta.
See, here's the thing. He been dragging me for the last year about moving out there, but he ain't came to visit me yet. And I'm always going out there to visit.
That's because you want to come here for other reasons.
What's the other reasons, bitch?
Are we still live?
Yes, I don't care.
Yeah, so silly.
Anyways, thank you again so much, Latrice. And we want to know, did you have a good time with us? You know,
I did. I always have a good time with y'all. Y'all kept me, what is this, almost 2 hours, honey? My man is looking for me. I have to go and cater to my man. When I lived in Mississippi, they told me to stay away from camping with dangerous.
They love saying we dangerous, honey.
Look, you have to say you from Madison County. We from Madison. Look, my husband, when his friends be like, "Where are your wife from?" He be when he used to say Ken. You know, they had everything in the world to say like Ken. He be like Madison County. She from Madison.
That's what we gotta say now. So won't nobody say, because once you say Ken, you be like, "Ooh, child, ooh,
no." Well, go ahead, Scotty.
Well, thank you for coming on once again. Like I said, you are the only person that's been here more than 3 times. This is your 4th time. You came up here. You give us the tea and the exclusive every single time, honey. Okay.
I'm not talking about any of this after Scotty by Nature's. Do anybody have any pressing questions? Because I promise you, I'm not gonna answer anything else. What do they got anything else? What is about my husband? But I don't know. What do y'all want to know?
Speak now or forever hold your peace until next season.
Right.
Yes, honey. So what y'all got to say?
Forever hold your peace, honey. I'll take 2 questions. Ooh.
Since y'all got a couple of minutes to put them into the comments.
That part. Baby, my friend is Channel 12 News. That girl be knowing everything. She gonna send me some stuff, baby.
Let me see. Oh, Lord, that was the wrong question. I'm sorry. Are they still co-workers? Yep.
Oh my God.
Do you think Marie got kicked out the Capitol? Okay, so real quick, the whole Capitol situation. So, they wanted to give us the Belle's declaration for the Capitol, which is, the declaration is real big, like, you know, it's huge in Jackson. You know, the Capitol is, of course, our White House. So, being that I don't know what situation arose, but we got a message saying that we were no longer getting a declaration because one of the Belle's, you know, was in a situation and was you know, accused of committing fraud. I don't know. However that went about, whatever the situation it was with one of the Belle's, they no longer wanted to give us a declaration. So we was like, cool, but the person who initially invited us to the Capitol really wanted us to come to the Capitol. So he was like, okay, well, you guys not getting a declaration, but I can give you a tour and they'll recognize you guys at the Capitol, which I'm still cool with that, but the declaration would have been nice. So which is why when you see me and Tisha, we in pants, because we was initially supposed to be going on a tour and just getting recognized and not necessarily a declaration, because I would have had my whole family there. But anyways, that was it. So I don't know if that answered your question or not.
What would you tell someone that wants to get into the beauty industry?
I would say do it. Like, you know, this shouldn't even been a question. If you want to get in the beauty industry, honey, get into the beauty industry. It's plenty of people who, like, I sell hair, right? You know, it's plenty of people that sell t-shirts. You know, you got your Walmart, your dollar stores. I don't care how oversaturated people may say it is, because when I got into it, it was oversaturated, but it's the way that you do it. Nobody's gonna do business the way you do it. So, you know, you perfect to do it to the best of your ability, honey, and you know, go from there. But yes, let's go.
What's on the restaurant menu?
Baby, y'all wanna know? Listen, we actually got a tasting that's coming up next week. But I know I want to do lamb chops. It's kind of like my husband come up with what he wants on the menu, and I come up with what I want on the menu. So I want lamb chops, I want salmon. Of course, he wants steak. He wants the what do you call the big steak? The
T-bone?
not the T-bone, but the damn, I say it all the time. I don't know why I can't think of it now. The tomahawk. He gonna do the tomahawk. You know, child, a lot. Make sure you
a lot of hearty meats.
Spring, summer.
Okay. How did you feel about Cliff being accused as abusive, but Glenn's actions were overlooked? That's a good question.
I felt like, you know, because this is my husband being attacked when he does nothing to anybody. He, like, you know, you have like this funny person that'll move the world for his wife, right? And you know, a lot of people do see that, and a lot of people, you know, they sometimes people can look at your success and look at you as a person and how other people perceive you, and that's an issue for them. You know, so to just see my husband being accused of abuse and, you know, oh, he's aggressive, you know, whatever. Everybody argue with their mate, right? You know, I have like people tearing my husband down, but at the end of the day, they still in his DM. Oh, I'll be submissive to you. I'll do this. I'll do that. That's the reason why in relationships you can't, you know, necessarily listen to the next person, because they want what you have, and they'll sit here and talk against your marriage, your relationship all the time. Honey, I'm gonna take mine to God. But it was just a low blow, and I hated it. I still feel a type of way about it, but it happened. Oh well, we're still good. We're still here. My man in the room now waiting on me. We're good.
Are you opening a store in Canton?
I am not. Having a store, it's a lot. The best thing for me, I would say e-commerce, right? So if you're looking to get into business because everything is going digital and internet, because of course, people love Amazon, TikTok shop because you can get it you can get it the next day. So instead of me opening up more brick and mortar, I'm working on expanding my e-commerce. Like I still want my one brick and mortar, and I think that's all that I can deal with. Because you have to do the employees, inventory, like it's a lot having a business. But with my e-commerce store, like my warehouse, I put 3 workers in there, honey, and they get to it. And honestly, my e-commerce, because first my brick and mortar was doing numbers, like way more than my e-commerce. I started focusing more on my e-commerce, and now the profit margins are greater because you don't have all that overhead as it, your store, you got your rent, which is why, I bought a building. You got your rent, your light bill, insurance, all of that. Versus with the e-commerce, you can eat it up.
Okay, Lord have mercy. They done asked this question about 5 times. That's the only reason why I'm putting it up here. It's messy as fuck, but I'm putting it up here.
You missed it.
Latrice, go ahead and tell us about those police records you found on Gucci and JJ.
Baby, what? I done dug that up too, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna feel it. Baby, you're gonna have to ask JJ about any police records, honey. Listen, I gave y'all a little 1-2, baby. It's up to y'all to do the rest. So,
Listen. I ignored that question the whole night. I ignored it. It's a lot of stuff I ignored up in this chat. They was going in this chat, and I'm like, look now, I wanted this interview to be a little bit messy, but not that damn messy.
Not messy. They was okay. Thank you. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask JJ or don't they have it where you can go online? What is it? Don't you pay to look up I don't know. Y'all know how to do it, baby.
I'm looking up police records and mug shots and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you pay for that? I don't know.
Now I'm pretty sure they just not out here giving these folks stuff.
Russell, I imagine so. For stuff like, unless it's public record, then yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I don't know, child, y'all. I don't know.
Well, I will.
I'm not about to have these people in my neck, honey.
Right, because they'll watch. Listen, Jamar, this interview will be on the next season. They'll be like, Latrice went on the interview with them 2 boys, and she said such and such.
Listen, it ain't nothing worse than what they have not already said about me and mine.
But y'all, if anything happens, you still have that obituary.
I'm gonna put 2 more questions up here, and that's it. Because y'all being real messy. Scotty, you can put my question up there, boo. If Maria's a millionaire, why does she live by Bobby Rush by JSU?
I don't even know what
I can't stand y'all. Nothing that baby, they gonna say I dug that up too, baby. They gonna say I found out the lady stayed in West Jackson, honey. That ain't me. That's your people, Scotty.
That's up to Latrice. I told her what I'll be willing to do. I can't be around them other ladies now. They probably hate me.
we gonna bad, honey. We gonna talk about it.
Will you be adding braiding hair to your hairline?
Yes. Once we move into the new location, it turns into a full-fledged luxury beauty supply store. So not only will I have, your wigs, your bundles, your closures, your frontals, but I have pack hair, braid hair, just beauty supply. All things beauty supply.
Okay, well, y'all, that's it for all the questions. We already had up here for 2 hours. So that's all we got for tonight. So with that being said, once again, we thank you once again for coming up here for the 4th time, and we really hope that you guys get a 4th season, because I'm looking forward for another season, and I'm glad that you have decided to open up a little bit more as far as bringing in, like, we already see Miss Gloria. And we already we see your husband and stuff. Then your family is entertaining itself.
Yes, I'm nervous to bring them on, but yeah.
Your family is entertaining, honey. Okay, but yes, y'all. That's pretty much all that we got with Latrice. Latrice, do you want to let them know what you got going on before we end this?
I thought I said it at the beginning.
Oh well, you did. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much it, and we are out of here until the next episode. We will see you guys a little bit later.
Bye.
Bye.